there! Welcome to the circle! Today we're talking about a question students often ask. What foods can make your brain work better? We all want to think sharper, remember more, and focus better, not just for ourselves, but for our friends and family too. So, where do we start? It's pretty simple. Right here, right now. You know, there's a saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is today. Same goes for what you eat, especially for your brain. I'm here to share my top 10 favorite brain-boosting foods. And guess what? They're not just good for your brain, they're also yummy and really good for you. Let's get into it. But before we do, have you ever gone to the store thinking you only need one thing and ended up with a bunch of stuff, forgetting that one important thing? Well, not anymore. I'm going to show you a cool trick using your body as a sort of memory helper. Imagine each of these brain-boosting foods in a specific spot on your body. It makes learning fun and easy. Ready? Let's go! Let me share my top 10 favorite foods that are good for your brain, along with a handy memory trick to remember them forwards and backwards. Have you ever experienced going to the store to buy just one thing, but somehow ended up with a full bag, or even two, forgetting that one essential item? Many people find themselves writing their grocery list multiple times to try and remember it, only to forget it later. Well, you won't need to go through that hassle. Imagine having to remember something, but you can't jot it down. I'll introduce you to a helpful tool called the location method. And guess what? The location is right on your body. Yes, your body is like a built-in memory palace that you carry with you all the time. No need for multiple lists or worrying about forgetting. I'll show you a simple technique to recall information effortlessly. So I want you to imagine that we are going to take 10 parts of your body, starting from the top all the way to the bottom. And I'm going to take each of the brain foods and put them in the corresponding place on your body. Now, let's associate each of the brain-boosting foods with a specific location on your body. Beginning with the number one at the top, touch the crown of your head and proclaim, top. Give it a try. Say it out loud. It may feel a bit peculiar if you're in the company of others, but trust me, it's a cool brain exercise. Number one is what? That's right, top. Moving down to number two, focus on your what? Nose. Touch your nose and acknowledge that 2 is associated with your auditory memory. Well done. 3 is next, and it corresponds to your what? Mouth. Give it a touch and say, mouth. Now let's shift our attention to number 4, located on the side of your head. What are they? Ears. Great for your ears. Number 5, it's situated in your throat. What is it? Larynx. Yes, your throat. Let's review. 1 is top, 2 is nose, 3 is mouth, 4 is ears, and 5 is larynx. Moving on, 6 corresponds to your what? Shoulders. Say it aloud. Shoulders. For 7, focus on your what? Collar. That's right, 7 is collar. 8 involves your what? Fingers. Give them a little wiggle. 9, touch your what? Belly. And finally for 10, it's your what? Seat. Yes, your rear end. Let's run through them again. 1 is top, 2 is nose, 3 is mouth, 4 is ears, 5 is larynx, 6 is shoulders, 7 is collar, 8 is fingers, 9 is belly, and 10 is seat. Fantastic! This exercise not only engages your mind, but also provides a unique way to remember information using different parts of your body. Now, what we just created is a new list, a filing system on your body that you could use to store more information. Now, what information are we storing in this case? The top 10 brain foods. We're going to take each of these 10 foods, turn it into a picture, which already is, and put it in the corresponding place. And you're going to do it with emotion, exaggeration, and action. Are you ready? You want to make it a little silly, right? Pretend you're 8 years old. If you're not sure what to do, pretend you're 8. What would an 8-year-old do? Okay, let's do it. The first brain food are avocados. I want you to imagine avocados on the where? Top of your head. What could you imagine? Maybe you're making guacamole on the top of your head. Avocados, a great source of fats, and very good brain fat. Avocado all over the top of your head. Maybe you're balancing a big avocado on the top of your head. Now, it doesn't matter what you use. There's no right or wrong, just good, better, and best. Whatever you choose, that's probably the best. But make it vivid and make it emotional. Are you ready? Let's do this quicker now. What's the second place on your body? It's your nose. Now, picture blueberries in your mind when you think of your nose. I like to call them brain berries because they have antioxidants that protect your brain. Imagine blowing your nose, and instead of regular stuff, blueberries come out. Those brain berries. Visualize it, feel it, maybe even think about the smell. Just don't actually ace them after they've been in your nose, okay? Blueberries in your nose. Moving on to the third place, your mouth. Great. The third brain-boosting food is broccoli. Broccoli is a good source of vitamin K and has fiber. Imagine having a big piece of broccoli stuck in your teeth. That's the third one. Now, what's the fourth place on your body? It's your ears. Good job. Associate olive oil with your ears. Picture yourself cleaning your ears with olive oil, or, for a creative twist, imagine wearing olives as earrings. Some research suggests coconut oil is a good alternative too, with MCT oil from coconuts. That's number 4. Number 5 is your what? Your larynx. Your larynx, that's your throat area. I want you to remember eggs. Eggs, good for your brain. Now, if your diet allows eggs, neuroprotective, good source of vitamin E, choline. Eggs, good. That's number 5. I want you to imagine you're trying to swallow a hard-boiled egg. Not that you would do that, or in 7 Adam's apple. Imagine you have an egg there instead. That's number 5. Now let's explore what comes to mind spontaneously. At the forefront of your thoughts, avocados. Emanating from your nostrils, blueberries. Escaping your lips, what's entangled in your teeth? Excellent, broccoli. Moving on to the fourth item, what adorns your ears or aids in ear hygiene? Olive oil. And for the fifth aspect, your larynx harbors eggs. Exceptional. Moving on to number 6, what comprises your what? Your shoulders. Picture verdant leafy greens, envisioning kale and spinach. Envision shoulder embellishments crafted from kale or spinach. Spinach shoulder pads. How would that sensation manifest? What visual impact would it have on your shoulders? Can you perceive and experience it? It's a bit whimsical, isn't it? We tend to recall the extraordinary, the infrequent occurrences, not the mundane. So, shoulder pads made of green leafy vegetables. Now, for the 7th focal point on your body, the collar. Fantastic. Correspondingly, the 7th nutritional powerhouse for the brain, wild salmon, a rich source of omega-3s and DHA. Envision a necklace fashioned from what? Wild salmon. If your dietary preferences permit, sardines are a commendable alternative. Picture a necklace constructed from salmon. Ah, that aroma evokes... Precisely. That's precisely why it will linger in your memory. Let's talk about the next thing. Number 8. What's up with your fingers? Yeah, they're the 8th spot. Now, for the 8th brain-boosting food, let's talk about turmeric. You know that cool golden powder? It's a spice that likes to stick around. And man, it's a champ at fighting inflammation in your body. Imagine your fingers getting all coated in that orange-gold color. In the mornings, I usually whip up this golden milk. Turmeric and almond milk, a bit of heat, a sprinkle of pepper, supposedly helps absorb turmeric better. And maybe a touch of honey. It's not just tasty, it's also super soothing and anti-inflammatory. Okay, on to number 9. What's the 9th place on your body? Yep, your belly. Nice. And for number 9, remember walnuts. They're like a snack superstar, packing a punch with vitamin E. Plus, check this out. A walnut kind of looks like a little brain. How cool is it that some foods seem to be like secret agents supporting the organs they look like? Like tomatoes, with their heart-like chambers, being good for your heart, or a sliced carrot resembling an eyeball, good for your eyes. It's not hardcore science, but it's a fun way to remember stuff. Another trick you could use is just making basic associations, like linking things in your mind. Perfect example, right? Using everyday connections to help stuff stick in your memory. Now, let's get a bit whimsical with walnuts. Picture them popping out of your belly button, and you're casually munching on walnuts like it's a totally normal snack. Moving on to the final spot, what's your 10th place? It's your rear end. And for the last brain-boosting treat, we're talking about dark chocolate. Picture it, but you don't have to share your mental image with me. Just imagine dark chocolate in that area. It has to be the dark kind, not the milky one. What's good for your mood is often good for your mind. And in this case, it's dark chocolate. Now, you're strolling through the grocery store, armed with your mental list. No need to jot it down, it's all stored in your mental notes. As you walk down the aisles, grab a piece of paper and jot down those top 10 brain foods in order. Go ahead, hit pause on this lesson and give it a shot. Welcome back. How many of those 10 brain foods did you remember? Let's run through them together. Number 1, on top of your head, you have avocados. Number 2, out of your nose, blueberries. Number 3, in your mouth, broccoli. 4, your ears. What do you clean your ears with? Olive oil. Number 5, your larynx is what? Eggs. Good. 6, what are your shoulders? I'm using shoulder pads. Green leafy vegetables. Number 7, your collar. You had a necklace made out of what? Salmon. Good. Number 8, your fingers. Whatever's on your fingers, turmeric. 9, your belly. What's in your belly? Walnuts. And number 10, your seat. What's in that area? Dark chocolate. How many did you get? How many did you remember? I want you to remember it's not about how good your memory is. It's about how well you use your memory. Memory is a muscle. Memory is more of a skill than it is a natural-born talent. Memory is more about creativity and imagination than it is about rote memorization. Memory is power. Remember that. All right, folks, that wraps up our time together at The Circle. I hope you enjoyed our video through brain-boosting foods and the cool memory tricks to remember them. Remember, it's not about having a perfect memory, but how you use it. Just like any muscle, your memory gets stronger with practice. It's not some natural talent. It's more about being creative and using your imagination. So, embrace the power of memory. Looking forward to catching up in our next session. Until then, take care, keep those brains happy and healthy, and see you soon at The Circle.